Have you ever taken a sip of root beer and immediately thought it tasted oddly similar to cough syrup or medicinal remedies? You're definitely not alone in making this peculiar connection. Root beer possesses a distinctive flavor profile that many people instinctively associate with pharmaceutical products. But why does this popular carbonated drink share such a striking resemblance to medicinal flavors? Today, we're examining the fascinating narrative of root beer, what it actually contains, what creates its unique taste, and why it has developed this curious medicinal character. So, let's discover this remarkable transformation thoroughly, right here on Stories Behind Everything. Root beer fundamentally represents a sweet, carbonated beverage traditionally crafted from the root bark of the sassafras tree combined with various other botanical ingredients. The drink's characteristic flavor originates primarily from sassafras root, which contains a compound called safrole. This naturally occurring organic compound produces the distinctive taste that defines authentic root beer. However, safrole also appears in numerous traditional medicinal preparations, which explains the immediate flavor connection many people experience. The beverage manufacturing process involves extracting flavors from sassafras roots alongside complementary ingredients like wintergreen, anise, licorice root, and vanilla, then combining these extracts with carbonated water and sweeteners. The historical connection between root beer and medicine runs remarkably deep. During the 18th and 19th centuries, sassafras root was widely recognized as a valuable medicinal ingredient throughout North America. Indigenous peoples had utilized sassafras for centuries to treat various ailments including fever, digestive problems, and skin conditions. European settlers quickly adopted these traditional practices, incorporating sassafras into their own folk remedies and patent medicines. Pharmacists frequently prepared sassafras-based tonics and elixirs, selling them as cure-alls for numerous health complaints. Commercial root beer production emerged during the mid-19th century, when pharmacist Charles Hires developed a commercially viable recipe. Interestingly, Hires initially marketed his creation as a health beverage, emphasizing its purported medicinal benefits derived from natural botanical ingredients. This marketing strategy reinforced the connection between root beer's flavor and medicinal properties, cementing the association in consumers' minds. The flavor similarity becomes even more apparent when examining the specific botanical ingredients involved. Wintergreen contains methyl salicylate, a compound closely related to aspirin that produces a distinctly medicinal minty flavor. Anise and licorice root contribute sweet, slightly bitter notes that frequently appear in cough syrups. Sarsaparilla was historically considered a blood purifier and general health tonic. These overlapping ingredients created an unavoidable flavor kinship between root beer and various medicinal preparations. Modern root beer production has evolved significantly from its traditional origins. During the 1960s, scientific research revealed that safrole could potentially cause liver damage and act as a carcinogen in laboratory animals. Consequently, the United States Food and Drug Administration banned safrole usage in food and beverages in 1960. Contemporary root beer manufacturers now utilize safrole-free sassafras extract or artificial flavorings that replicate the characteristic taste without the potentially harmful compound. The manufacturing process for commercial root beer involves multiple sophisticated stages. Flavor extracts from various botanical sources get combined in precisely measured proportions to achieve the desired taste profile. These concentrated extracts undergo blending with purified water, sweeteners like sugar or high-fructose corn syrup, and preservatives. The mixture then receives carbonation through pressurized carbon dioxide injection, creating the beverage's signature effervescence. Modern production facilities can generate thousands of gallons daily, while maintaining remarkably uniform taste characteristics. Interestingly, root beer's medicinal taste perception varies considerably across different cultural backgrounds. In North America, where root beer enjoys widespread popularity, many consumers appreciate the distinctive flavor as a nostalgic reminder of childhood treats. However, international consumers, particularly those from European or Asian backgrounds, frequently describe root beer as tasting disturbingly similar to antiseptic mouthwash or pharmaceutical preparations. This cultural divide stems largely from differing flavor exposure during childhood development. The psychological component of flavor perception plays a crucial role in how people experience root beer. Human taste preferences form predominantly during early childhood through repeated exposure to specific flavors. When someone first encounters root beer as an adult, their brain immediately searches for familiar reference points to categorize the unfamiliar taste. For many people, the closest flavor match exists in their memory of medicinal products containing similar botanical compounds. The carbonation level in root beer also influences its perceived medicinal character. Higher carbonation creates a sharper, more astringent mouthfeel that can enhance the perception of medicinal qualities. Root beer's sweetness level represents another factor affecting its medicinal taste perception, as the combination of sweet and herbal creates a flavor signature that many people immediately recognize from their experiences with liquid medicines during childhood illnesses. Understanding why root beer tastes medicinal ultimately requires appreciating the deep historical connections between botanical beverages and traditional medicine. For centuries, the boundary between refreshing drinks and therapeutic remedies remained remarkably fluid. Root beer represents a perfect example of this transition. A beverage that began as herbal medicine, transformed into a commercial soft drink, yet retained the distinctive botanical flavors that reveal its pharmaceutical heritage. The medicinal taste isn't a flaw or accident. It's an authentic reflection of root beer's origins in traditional herbal healing practices. This remarkable beverage, born from indigenous knowledge and refined through pharmaceutical innovation, continues sparking curiosity and debate. Whether you perceive root beer as deliciously distinctive or disturbingly medicinal depends largely on your cultural background, genetic taste receptors, and childhood flavor experiences. The next time you encounter root beer's polarizing taste, remember you're experiencing a direct sensory connection to centuries of herbal medicine tradition preserved in carbonated form. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you proper recognition for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this exploration through stories behind everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories discovered through the smallest details.